Hey guys, Alex here with Heckman Productions, and welcome to the Valley Race Weekend vlog. Decided to do a vlog for the last race of the year. Hopefully we get lots of footage and lots of cool content, and hopefully the results are good. It's currently Friday, so the day before the race, and I'm gonna start getting stuff around, and I have to put my rear wheel back on my bike. As you can see, it's not on there right now. So I thought I'd start the video now, kind of show you guys a little bit behind the scenes of what I do to get ready for a race weekend. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and as we get a little more into the video, I'll talk about what I'd like to achieve this weekend and what the goals are. So let's go ahead and get started with the bike work and get this thing ready to go for tomorrow. As you can see, garage is absolutely in disrepair right now. I just installed a new Dunlop MX-33, see, brand new. Here's the old one. I'm starting to lose side knobbies. Like there's one that's gone, and the other side has a few gone. So definitely needed to replace the tire. Decided I need to do it before the race, so I don't feel like it's pointless to go to a race with half a tire. So another thing we need to do before we put this back on, as you can see, I started breaking off some teeth on my sprocket. I'm very glad that I saw this before I went and tried to race. I have a few extra sprockets. That one's brand new, and then these ones are used. This one right here is the same gearing as this red sprocket, and I'm gonna do that. Like, I need to replace the chain and front sprocket as well soon. Front sprocket, you probably can't really see. Yeah, you can't really see, but it's starting to get little hooks in it. Not as bad as this was. This was definitely worse. So I'm gonna wait to do the chain and front sprocket, or I'm gonna wait to put on a brand new rear sprocket when I buy a chain and front sprocket and just do them all together. But yeah, as you can see, I've got my workstation. Like, I got tools, my box of stuff, the canopy, and then obviously this is my brother's bike. This is the first vlog this year where my brother won't be involved in it. He blew up his bike, so obviously there's no motor in it right now. I've got everything else spread out across tables, trying to keep it organized. Yeah, he blew up his bike, so kind of waiting on the motor to come back, and then we'll put it back together for him. But yeah, so kind of want to give you guys a little update. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put that sprocket on. I got some red Loctite, so we're gonna go ahead and get that done, and then we'll be able to throw the tire back on. I also need to clean off my axle. It was a pain in the butt to get this out. See, I got dirt on it. I haven't had the rear tire off in forever, and somehow I got a ton of dirt in there. So we're gonna clean that up, re-grease it, make it good as new. Yeah, let's get after it. Okay, so got a couple more things to do. I went ahead and put in a fresh air filter. I didn't record that because it's a mess. But I did put in a fresh air filter. Obviously got the tire all mounted up. I swear that's the longest it's ever taken me to get a tire put in place. I don't know if it was because it was recording or because it has been so long since I've done a tire. But anyways, that was painful, way more painful than it should have been. But the last couple things I'm gonna do before I load up the bike and get everything else loaded up is, first of all, I need to tighten my shifter. It's like really wiggly, just noticed that. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that bolt, make sure that's all nice and tight. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten my spokes, like check them with the torque wrench. Ever since I blew out spokes earlier this year at Moreland's, I've been pretty paying attention to the spokes, and I check them probably more than you have to, but I figured I got the torque wrench, I might as well use it. And then the last thing that I'm gonna do is reset my suspension, sweet TCD suspension, back to the settings, back to my base settings, which basically just means I need to adjust the shock because the forks should be where they are. But since it is a race day, I'm gonna double check and make sure that the clickers are where they're supposed to be. But the small adjustment I made to the shock was more so for Morelands, and I've noticed at bigger tracks that it tends to get me off the back of the bike more than it should. So I'm gonna go ahead and stiffen that back up, and hopefully that will keep me where I wanna be, which is in the middle of the bike. So yeah, it's quite a few things to do to a bike to get it ready for especially a race day. Sometimes you can skip things if it's just practice day and you're not too worried about it. But since it's a race day, I want to make sure everything's how it should be. Everything's tight, everything's ready to go. So yeah, just a couple small things to do, and then we'll be ready to load it up. All right, so the bike's completely ready to go. I just have to load stuff up into the car, load up the bike on the trailer, and then we're good to go for tomorrow. Obviously, when we get there, I'm gonna check things like tire pressure. So I wanted to take a couple minutes and just sit down and talk with you guys about kind of what my goals are for tomorrow specifically. This season, I've made a lot of strides in areas that I never have before. Like for instance, after I felt like getting my suspension done was necessary to elevating my riding, and then I got it done. I took it out to Martin and felt absolutely amazing. I've never felt that good on a big track. The reason there's no video from that day is because I forgot my SD card, and I was really bummed because I felt so good on the track that day. I was just getting in and out of corners, scrubbing stuff, no problem, and I wasn't really getting that tired. And then I've taken the bike a couple times to Moreland since I got the suspension done, but both times the track was kind of dry, dusty, didn't have a ton of traction, so I didn't feel super comfortable, but I'm not sure if that's just due to the track conditions and not necessarily the suspension. So I'm hoping I can translate the same feeling I had at Martin to Valley tomorrow, and of course I can make adjustments as needed to hopefully help me be as comfortable as possible. But as far as goals for tomorrow, I have two big ones. One of them is don't crash. That's number one. Can't afford to get hurt right now, so we're gonna keep her on two wheels all day tomorrow. Number two is I want to get away with running my GoPro all day. The last time we went to Valley, I kept it on my chin in the Pro Shot mount, and I didn't have any problems. Before the gate drop, I would just keep my helmet off until bike started firing up, and then I'd put my helmet on. That way I wasn't drawing any attention from a ref or anybody. And the people that were next to me didn't even care. And that's kind of what I found out, is most people don't even care about that rule. It's one of the dumbest rules ever, and I can go on a 30-minute rant about why, but I'm not going to get into that. So that's goal number two, is to get away with running the GoPro. And then I got as far as goals for like position wise, I just want to be better than I was the last time I raced. The last time we had 3 guys in 250A and I got third. It wasn't like they were just completely gone. I actually battled with second place in the first moto, and in the second moto I hit the gate like a goon and had to work my way up through all the B riders, and I didn't even get to see the A riders. But the guy that won, Mitchell France, he's kind of like the standard. Like, I haven't seen many people that can beat Mitch at Valley, so I'm not going for him. I'd love to be able to see him as long as possible, but I don't expect to beat him, and I'm not going to set that unrealistic goal. So what I want is if there's more than me and Mitchell, I just want to beat somebody else. I don't want to be last, and that's the goal for 250A. I'm also doing 14 plus. I'd love to be battling around the top 5, depending on how many people show up. Obviously, if there's a 40-man gate, top 5 would be awesome. Last time there were 22 people, and I was in the 7-8 range. So I'd like to move up a couple spots and just be in that front pack battle. That's kind of what I want. I expect my starts tomorrow to be better. I got something I want to try, different starting technique, and we're going to see how it goes. Obviously, if it doesn't work, I'll just go back to what I was doing before. So we're going to go ahead and shoot for the stars tomorrow, but keep it on 2 wheels and be safe and have a good time. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys briefly about that. I probably won't talk to you again until tomorrow. We got to get up at like 6 a.m. to get up there by 8-ish. Practice doesn't start until 9, but I like to get there at least an hour early to get dressed, get ready, get the bike ready, and then of course I have to go sign up. And I don't do enough AMA races to keep an AMA membership. I just do the one-time AMA fee. And in most cases, I only do 2 AMA races a year. And the one-time fee is $20. The full year-round AMA is $50. So I'm saving myself $10. Congratulations. Hey, every penny counts. So I have to do the AMA, I have to sign up for AMA again, and then also I think I need to renew my D14 as well. So yeah, we're gonna get there nice and early tomorrow, and I'll check in with you guys either on the way up there or after we're all signed up. So we'll see you guys at the track. Well, we made it to the track. Kind of bang, bang, bang when we got here, so I didn't say anything. But we got here, couldn't find a parking spot forever, so I had to find a parking spot, went and got signed up, and then barely made it out for my practice. Everybody else had taken off, and the track was extremely deep. I actually tipped over like a goon, so I already failed goal number 1. But I'm gonna go out, sneak out for the C-class practice as well, and try to get some extra laps, and then probably do a clean bike as well. But then after that, it's on to the races, and I got like a bunch of videos to do today. So I'm gonna do my best to keep up with you guys, but obviously first priority is the paying customers. So anyways, time to go back out on the track, I think. So it's that question of when do I start the GoPro? Like, how long are we gonna be waiting? practice is over. Keep coming in the car because we're right by driveway and it's really loud. I can't really talk to you guys sitting out there with bikes going by constantly. So practice is over. Track's pretty deep. I've only ever rode it this deep once before, but they went back out there after practice and cleaned some areas up. So we'll see what it's like. We're Moto 4 and Moto 9 out of like 20 some motos. So pretty early in the program, which is nice. We're gonna have a nice big gap and then obviously be able to leave before races are even over if we want to. So for 250A, that's the race number 9. It's just me and Alex Ranke. I've never raced him in A class before. He and I have dropped the same time. He was in B class at the time. And that was this last spring, and he actually passed me. So we're gonna see how it goes. I'd like to think I'm faster than I was in the spring, but he likely is as well. So I'm gonna give it my best bet. But Mitchell France actually isn't in 250A. He only is racing his 450 today. So I don't have to worry about him in 250A. I might actually have a chance. So, but 14 plus, I think there's 21 or 22 people. There's a lot of fast people here. So honestly, I'd be happy with like that 6 or 7 if I can get in there. I just want to get a good start and be up there for a little bit. I'm not going to push it. Track has a couple of scary spots on it right now. It has kickers where they're not usually at. So we're going to be safe. That's first and foremost, but we're also going to try. So we're going to see how it goes. Our first moto is coming up here shortly. So we'll see you on the line if I get away with running the GoPro. Welcome back to the car. It's really hot in this car actually. I wish I could do it out there. But 250C's out there right now and there's 38 people. It's way too loud. First 2 motos are done. Figured I'd give you guys a little recap. First 14 plus moto, I don't know what in the world happened, but I got the worst start in the world, was like last. Tried to work my way up, tried to make a pass at the end, but I was just so whipped. It just is pathetic how much these tracks like this on a race day, just how much it shows me that I'm out of shape. And so 250A, they decided to do 2 different drops, even though there was just 2 of us. The other guy said he'd like it that way, and I said, sure, that sounds good. I stayed right on him. It was right up until about the last lap, and then that's when I was tired. I just figured I was going to crash if I tried to keep pushing. It's really weird coming into braking bumps. It feels like the front tire's dancing. I don't know what I need to do to suspension to fix that, but it's not handling the greatest in the braking bumps. Everywhere else it feels fine. But yeah, we're just trying to take it easy. And I didn't even look at where I finished in the first 14 plus moto. I probably will go up there and look, but definitely not where I wanted to be. I mean, when the guy that won is rolling by you on the side of the track because he already finished, it shows you how bad you did. So yeah, race 4 and 9, so we still got a ways until I race again. I'm probably going to change gear, maybe get into some comfy clothes and just chill for a little bit. So anyways, hopefully we'll see you guys with a good result from the second moto of 14 plus. Oof. So it's after the first motos. I'm out here doing my job, getting some clips. It is such a nice day. It's 70 degrees, very little wind, no clouds. Honestly, clouds wouldn't be bad right now, but I'm not gonna complain. It is so nice. We got 250C guys on the track, and then the next race is Open A, Open B, and then we have intermission. So obviously you can see I changed out of my gear. I'm gonna put on my other set for the rest of the motos. And my little brother just got here, so hopefully he can get some video of us, or of me in the second motos. So yeah, it's been a great day so far, and hopefully we can keep it rolling with a little bit better. Second moto would be nice. if I recapped the last couple motos, 14 plus, I ended up getting a better start. Started in like 7th and just stayed there. My finished result was 7th. So I went 14-7. I felt pretty good with my riding. I didn't have anything to do with the people that were in front of me. They just checked out. I would have liked to stay in that mix a little bit more, but I was getting too tired. I think for me to have better results, I'm going to have to do less camera work, because when I'm not out on the track, I'm constantly running around trying to get clips and stuff. And yesterday we had a lot going on, so that was really stressful and exhausting. 250A Moto 2, I was whipped. Tried to stay with them for the first lap, and then after that I was just done. And then my goal was just not to let any B riders pass me, which I was able to do that. So not the greatest day riding wise. Track prep was a little weird too, but it still was fun. So yeah. Anyways, as you might have noticed, I have my bike and we're going somewhere right now. Decided to talk Natalie into letting me go into Martin today to do practice. It's already almost 1 o'clock and they're only open until 4. So I'm only expecting to get a couple sessions in, but I'd like to just ride a little bit and just put in some laps, not worry about competing. And I want to beat Martin one more time this year. I had such a good time there last time. Their schedules on the weekends aren't great for me. I can't ever get over there until like 1 o'clock or later, just with how the scheduling works out with what I got going on the weekend. So anyways, we're on our way there now. I might try to talk to you guys a little bit when we're there about how I'm feeling, about how the track is, all that jazz, and we'll just make it into a full weekend vlog. So about to get on the highway, and it's about, I don't know, another hour and then we'll be there. So we'll see you guys when we get there. Alright, so I'm just getting ready and the AB practice just started, so I'm trying to get ready as fast as I can and hop out there right away. Track today. I've never rode the extended track before. Out here at Martin. Track's pretty sweet. Only gonna be able to probably get to ride 2 times total, which is okay. Kind of expected that getting here so late. Track's pretty beat, but I'm still having a good time. We're gonna go out there and try to put in a fast session and see how that goes. So still got a little bit before the next time we go out, but next time you'll see me, it'll be with a GoPro.
you good? I think the track owner's gonna pull me off. I don't know, maybe he'll be cool about it.
For the day. It was a really good day of riding. Martin was pretty rough by the time we got there. Got there in time to do 2 of the A and B practices, and then I snuck out for the last C class as well. Rode with Trey and Connor, a couple friends that I know from Orleans, and tried to do some laps with them, and Trey crashed right in front of me. So it was still a good time though. I'm actually, you can see I don't have a bike right now. I'm actually on my way back up to Valley because I borrowed Adam Alexander's drone yesterday and I forgot to take my SD card out of it. So I'm on my way back up there to retrieve my little SD card, and I mean, we're going to be there in like 15 minutes. If I'm there in time, maybe I'll see the last moto of the day, which is probably the A class, so I wouldn't mind seeing that. We'll see how it goes based on the timing of yesterday. We've been cutting it pretty close, so yeah. We're on our way back up there, but that's probably going to do it for the video, guys, unless I throw in a clip of Open A, which would go right here. Thank you guys so much for checking out this vlog. Definitely the longest vlog I've ever done, most clips I've ever recorded and all that jazz. So